Good day, everyone. I am Bantilan Aimee Gordonas from BSED English 3A, and I am going to tackle the tale of the merchant and the Ifrit. First, we should know the character. First is the merchant. The merchant is the protagonist of the story who unknowingly releases Ifrit and tries to outsmart him to save his life. Another one is the Ifrit. The Ifrit is a powerful and vengeful supernatural creature trapped in a battle for centuries. He seeks revenge in humans and passes threat to the merchant life. Sheikh. The Sheikh is another character whom the merchant tells his story. So the setting of the story is set in ancient Arabia where the merchants encounter Ifrit in a deserted place. So proceed to the plot of the story. First is the exposition. So a wealthy trader set off to the certain places that his business was called for. He sat beneath a tree to eat dates as snack. After eating the date, he threw it in a distance. So, the merchant is tired in his long journey due to the heat temperature. He wanted to relax underneath the tree. So proceed to the rising action. So suddenly, a huge Ifrit appears with a drawn sword. He tells the merchant he is going to kill him by killing his child. The confused merchant asked why and how he killed his child. In this stage, the merchants have no idea what the Ifrit is talking about. The Ifrit has come out from nowhere. So the climax of the story is the Ifrit explains that as he was throwing the stones of the dates, it hits his child, causing him to die. He didn't tell the merchant that he was going to avenge him by killing him. So in order to ease the pain that the Ifrit had felt, he wanted to kill the merchant as the merchant killed his child. So the date is where the merchant ate for his snacks. The merchant asked the Ifrit if he may go back to his house in order and will return in 1 year. The Ifrit approved of this and trusts the merchant's words. The merchant returned to his home to tell everyone his fate and write his will. So the merchant pleaded to the Ifrit because he wanted to say farewell to his wife, children, and his neighbor. So the following action is after a year had passed, he was well rested and prepared to face the Ifrit once again. While waiting for the Ifrit to return to their meeting place, a sheikh appears and asks him why he was staying upon the jinn-haunted spot. So when we say jinn-haunted spot, it's where the Ifrit appears. So the merchant tells of his encounter with the Ifrit. The sheikh was in awe and decided to stay by his side as he waited. As time went by, a second sheikh appears and wondered the same questions. So the merchants once again told the story. But as he was telling the story, a third sheikh appeared and also wondered the same question. And for the last time, he told the story from the beginning. So the resolution of the story is after a while, the Ifrit finally appeared at their meeting place to do what had to be done. The first sheikh stood up to defend the merchants and offered to tell him their tales, and in return, he should spare the life of the merchant. In the end, they tell each of their story to the Ifrit and successfully save the merchant's life. The sheikh in the story has a big help to the merchant's life. So the conflict arises when the merchant accidentally releases Ifrit from the battle. So the theme of the story is power, justice, and moral responsibility. The Tale of the Merchants and the Ifrit is a fascinating story from Arabian Nights. It teaches us several important lessons. One of the key lessons we can learn from the tale is the importance of honesty and keeping one's promises.